I was willing to fix this machine when it broke on me. This thing was broken for like a month or so because I had to change motherboards. I changed the motherboard and then another part caused a short. It's been a crazy mess. So what I did was I ended up just replacing everything, and it cost me some money, but within the. What is up, YouTube? Today is a beautiful sunny day out here in Florida, and we got stuff to do, right? What you got in your teeth?
Hey.
Hmm? Go to the mailbox.
Yeah, the keys are.
They look like I'm UPS. I can't see that.
The keys are in the car.
Yeah. I got you. You can help me? Look, buddy, we got all these shirts right here. Look at all that. Look at all these shirts. What we gotta do is big order. Got like 50 shirts to do with this one. I got some white ones to do for another guy. We're getting busy, Christian.
Yeah.
Say we're busy.
We're busy.
That's shirts.
Yeah.
All right, who's gonna do it?
I don't know.
You're gonna make them.
Yeah.
You're gonna make those.
Yeah, I'm bleeding stuck in my teeth.
What is it?
Look,
What's in your teeth?
I'm bleeding.
Oh, why? Your teeth are growing in? Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. But yeah, I mean, this is what it's like for me just starting to get busy. This is why I need another printer, because I'm running off of this machine. Look at this stuff is off the floor. And since I don't have an actual heater that's like the mixer combo, because I wanted to wait before I even did anything like that, because I don't want that with this machine. I want to get it when I get a bigger machine that we're getting soon. So yeah, then I gotta do it manually. So this is what it's like to do work manually. You gotta let it print, and then I'll do half cut, and I powder it, and then I cure it, and yeah, that's what I do. That's how I've been doing it so far. I got this other printer, but I need a print head before I can even use that one. This one's done. Yeah, this is all the orders. Bunch. There's like 100 and something there, and I got more over here. So I mean, we're staying busy. So I think it's time for me to get the better machines, because we want to be more efficient here too. These printers can do the job, but I mean, you want to be efficient. I don't want to be here doing all this powder and all that. When I could have a machine do it all, and all I gotta do is just watch it. And then if things go wrong, I can be there to just stop it and fix it. And it's cool. So I'm gonna get these powdered and ready to cure, and then start the day. Be right back. So yeah, so all that stuff is curing. But yeah, man, this is literally a garage that I use for a gym, for some storage, and then the work area, and yeah, this is how I've been doing things lately. But I think it's time for reorganizing all this, because if I'm starting to get busier, then that means that, I'm going to have to get better equipment to be able to handle these jobs. Otherwise, you're in here printing all day. And that's the thing with these smaller printers, the quality, at least from my experience, is great if you do the right job, if you cure it, if you use good inks, good films. And I use hot peels, because that to me is I like hot peels better. I don't really notice any difference with quality for cotton shirts. So I think that's been good enough for me. And yeah, I mean, they talk, you could talk about these smaller printers, but I think the quality, even if there's something that's basic like this, but either way, the quality is pretty good for what you pay for. But is it worth what you go through? I don't know. That could depend on each person. I was willing to fix this machine when it broke on me. This thing was broken for like a month or so because I had to change motherboards. I changed the motherboard, and then another part caused a short. It's been a crazy mess. So what I did was I ended up just replacing everything, and it cost me some money. But within the orders, you make that money back anyway. So it just depends. Do you want to go that route and buy an expensive machine that's in the US and spend 20, 30 grand on it? Or do you want to just learn the process first with a smaller machine and build some clients see what you could do, and then eventually, you know, then you get to the point where you're like, you know what, now I need that bigger machine. Now I need to invest that money that I've made with the smaller machine, and I'm working my way up. You know, now you're ready to climb the ladder, so to speak, and then get shit popping. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I had two, because I bought two, because my first one, these are like Aerosmart Alibaba printers, and one of them messed up on me when I first got it, because I literally didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I was messing up prints. I would print, it wasn't coming out right, and ink was spilling everywhere. I just didn't know what I was doing. So, and then the support was terrible, because you got to be on Asia time, and if you're in the US Eastern time, Asia time is at nighttime, 9, 10, 12, 1, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you have to talk to them, and you have to do it over WhatsApp. So there is no phone call, there's nobody showing up at your door. You know, you might be going back and forth every 20, 30 minutes to an hour to get a response back, just for them to tell you to try something else. And that's just the shit that, you know, you got to go through if you want to go through that for the cheaper price, or if you have the money to spend and invest in a more expensive machine, then go for that route too. If you have the money, but don't break yourself, you know. So it just depends. But for me, I didn't even know if I would even like it. So I'm not gonna buy an expensive machine, hate what I do, because I originally was gonna buy a DTG machine, and those things are expensive. But I figured, you know, let me go the DTF route, because I felt like it was more, there was more things you could do with it. You know, you could not only, because with a DTG machine, you can only press onto, you know, whatever's directly onto the garment and shirts, and you're kind of limited. But DTF, you have more flexibility. You can put it on anything. You know, you don't have to just be limited to something that can fit on the machine, like a t-shirt, hoodie, or bag, whatever. You can do it. You can put this on anything. I've created banners like this over there. I made that banner right there. I've pretty much done, you know, anything you can place on a material, polyester, anything. You're not limited. So that's what I liked about DTF. And it's, you know, it's more cost effective. So I went down that route with the direct to film. So yeah, this is it's been an experience though. Been a real experience, and I'm still experimenting the goods and the bads. You know, and then now we have a UV printer that I bought. I actually didn't even want the UV printer, but some guy on eBay was selling it for like a fraction of the cost, like more than half of what it cost, because he was so frustrated with the machine. And you know, he didn't want to use a Mac. I mean, no, he wanted to use a Mac and install parallels and do all this other stuff, and it didn't work. If you understand Macs, you know, sometimes software that's specific for PCs, and a lot of the DTF printer software is mostly, especially when you buy it from China, is mostly good for Windows. But if you have a Mac, you can get it to work. I don't recommend the parallels, but see, I'm an IT person, so I'm kind of familiar with computers, and you know, cybersecurity is basically what my major is, you know, that I still do. So that's something else I'm involved in. And you know, I'm a tech person, so I can put this thing apart. I can build a computer from scratch, you know, if I have all the parts in my face. And so I am hands-on with that kind of stuff. So I felt like that's why I got what I got to try out, and you know, I've been fixing this thing, and now it's been running good. You know, it's been running great. I've been printing for 2 days straight, almost freaking 5-6 hours of that thing running. And it's a small, as you can tell, it's a smaller printer. But don't let that small printer fool you. That thing packs a punch, you know, especially if you get I have good film, and I use good inks, and I use good powders, so that makes all the difference. So don't let the size fool you. You know, in this case, size don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but yeah, it's just, you know, even some of the other machines that I'm looking into, I feel like the quality is going to be pretty good. The quality is going to be good. It's just going to be faster. So I don't think the quality is going to be much of a difference. It's just going to be more fast with 2 print heads. Start out with a 2 print head printer, and then also have the machine that comes with the powder make shaker, so it can just flow when I have sheets to do. It all does it in one shot. Otherwise, you know, because time management is important to me too. I don't want to just be, you know, stuck on the printer all day and printing for hours throughout the day and nights just to get jobs done. I want to still have, I still want to have some free time too. You know, I'm a human. You don't want to be a work, you don't want to have a business and be a work slave too. You don't want to do that. That's not healthy. You know, life is about also having some freedom too, you know, having the business, but also have a balance, spend time with your family. You know, you got kids like this guy right here. He's my little man right here. You know, I want to be able to spend time with him too and play with him and see him grow up. Not just live my life, him grow up, life pass me by, and I'm just here stuck printing all day. You know, focus on the bag. You know, that's great, make that money, cool. But also have balance of spending time with the people that matters, you know, because life is very temporary. And then also work on your health too. Make sure you're going to the gym, you work out, whatever type of workouts you do, go to the, you know, go for a walk outside, do cardio, go play basketball, go play sports, do something active that keeps you not just stuck inside of the house all day or work all day. You know, make sure you have, because part of mental health is being out there, you know, going, exploring, go climb a mountain, go do some, you know, something fun, adventure, take your kids somewhere, anywhere, like do things. Besides, my point I'm trying to make is just don't be all about the bag and making money, and that's all, you know, that's all you think life is about, because at the end of the day, that's not gonna make you truly happy. What's gonna make you truly happy is the people around you and the memories you create with them and the experiences, you know. That's what truly matters the most. It's all cool to be at work. You know, I've always been a workaholic. Worked 2 jobs. You know, I used to work 16-hour shifts. I used to do a security job. I used to work at the hospital. No sleep. And then it just, you know, eventually it wears on you. I was like, you know, there's more. There's gotta be more to life than me just working, slaving away my life for a paycheck to pay some bills and to have fun on the weekends. Like, no. I see life as more than that. Like, so, of course, as you grow older, you experience more, you learn more from your mistakes. And yeah, I'm just rambling on about life. Whew. You can tell I need somebody to talk to. I'm working all day, so but nah, this is, I gotta do like, still gotta do 20 to 30 more prints. And then I think I should be good with that. I gotta fix the paper. Yeah, this, I just think that I'm ready for a bigger machine so I can be more. All right, so to answer the question, should you buy a Chinese printer from Alibaba? My answer is depends, you know? Depends on you and what you're willing to go through. What journey you're trying to go through. If you want tech support, if you want someone who's always gonna, you know, be in the US on your time, or maybe can even show up at your door with the warranties that come with, then stick to pay the extra money and get yourself a good printer. But, you know, get one that it's affordable to you. If you're just a startup, don't buy something that's crazy expensive and, you know, expecting to just make money all right off the bat, because it don't work that way. No business works that way. If that was the case, everybody would do it, you know. It takes time. It takes getting yourself out there. Because I'll go right over, you know, the things that I went to, my experiences with this machine that I've got, and I'll show you a little bit about what the machines I got. These ones right here, this is like an Aerosmart one. You know, I got another one right there. You know, I'm using that one right now until I get the parts for it. That print head, printer ink, whatever, white. And that one would be good to go. That one I'm probably gonna end up selling. One of these I'm gonna sell. So if you're interested in a new printer, you know, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna basically make it like brand new again. So let me know if you're interested. Maybe I'll give you a good deal on one of them, because I'm gonna be getting the bigger one. That's probably gonna be able to print 24 inches and a 2-head printer, and you know, faster for me for what since I'm getting busier. You know, I'm seeing growth, so I want to keep it going, and I want to be more efficient with it. You know, like I'm saying, you know, this right here. Oh man, oh, this thing cut me at one point. This, you know, with these smaller machines, this is kind of like what the frame looks like in the inside. You got stuff like this, and Yeah, this is like something that they do. Like these are in a lot of the printers basically all have this same build in the inside. Some might be different, some might not have this. I don't know if you can see, but like the little waste ink thing that's like ink that goes in there. You know, some of them are different, but nonetheless, most of them are the same, and they fit like the L800, 1390 printer. And you have the cables in the back of it. Cables that go in the back, and you have this thing that spins the this part right here, the little belt. So the print cartridge goes here and it moves back and forth, and you have this stuff. Then you have another, I took it out right now, but you have another one here, another one of those little motors that spins, you know, the paper feed. So when it comes out, like how that's coming out, like the paper feed, you know, that's what that does. So yeah, this was actually in that machine, and I replaced that whole thing. I actually just ordered the whole frame because I was messing with the parts, and then, you know, I had to change the waste container that's right here. You know, that goes, you know, when you do head cleanings, all that flows through here, and it goes in this tube that goes into a waste in the back of the printer. It's just a lot involved, but you know, you learn a lot about these printers when you go through it. And this is like the raster cables. You know, this is like the code strip that allows the when it moves back and forth, it knows how to, you know, that's how it knows how far it can go before it, you know, reaches the max area. Then it moves back. So if that's dirty, sometimes that can cause the print head to like give you some some red lights if it ain't working properly. So yeah, there's a lot of things involved with these even the little printers can teach you a lesson, you know, about DTF. So there's pros to this too. You know, you start out with a machine like this, you'll pay somewhere from like $1,500 to anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000, depending on, you know, who you get it from. So you know, if you want to go through the journey, learn the machine, you're interested in DTF, then get a machine, learn it, and just keep going. So yeah, but it could be rewarding because the machines themselves, from what I've been doing, they've already paid for themselves. You know, I'm using a good, you know, that's a Signature Series heat press. That thing is pretty good. So I gotta do a couple orders, and I got like a hat press at the bottom, some extra film. But yeah, this thing right here, you know, as you see, you know, it moves back and forth. And then you have like the rolls, you know, unlimited. You could do those unlimited rolls if you want. And if you wanted to start out with something like this, you could even buy the whole kit that has the mixer, and then it also has the heater all in one. So it goes there, and then it'll heat it up for you, powder it for you, and then, you know, you're good to go. Otherwise, you're like me right now, where I'm having to cut it, I'm gonna have to powder it myself, and then I also don't have like the best. You know, you got to put it in the oven too. I don't have like the best. I keep the garage open though to get the airflow, but you know, most of the time when you're doing this stuff, you want to have the purifier, have the tubes connected to the stuff, and that way it pushes all those fumes from the melting, from the burning of that ink and adhesion. You know, you don't always want to be breathing that in. So I don't like doing that around when my kids are in the garage. I like to, you know, send them inside, and I'll keep the garage open so that way I have some flow out there. You know, so yeah, you want to be safer. Especially even when you're doing the heat press, you know, wear some goggles too, which I just ordered some goggles too, because when you're pressing the shirts, you open it, you know, all that fumes is going in your face, and it burns your eyes a little bit too, because it's like that melted smell of like burnt ink. And I'm sure, you know, people who do this know what I'm talking about, and it kind of burns your eyes out, and it can't be good for you. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like my take on buying a machine like from Alibaba or something like that. Just do the reviews on them, look at their Facebook pages, and look at the things that they have to, you know, other people experience from those machines. Yes? Oh, that's cool. So yeah, do your due diligence, do your research, and see what the type of things you have to other people say about certain specific machines, because other than that, you know, just try. You're just gonna try it and be disappointed, or you're gonna try it and love what you're doing. So it depends. All right. I mean, what do you have to say about buying machines from printers? Buying machines from printers, buying machines from China. There's just stuff in your face. All right, I'll let you eat first. I caught you off guard. But you've seen me in hours in this garage, right? Freaking putting this thing together, and it's been, you know, I've been to the point where I almost gave up because it's like, huh?
You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah, you gotta know. I mean, you learn what you learn along the way, especially because China, their tech support ain't the best. I think most people who've ordered from Alibaba or China, anywhere from those companies, know that you're on their time. They're not on your they're not on your time. As far as like if you need help, it's after hours. You're gonna have to be up sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, just to get an answer that may or may not be the right answer you're looking for. So you could go days without even, you know, depending on the issue. If you don't know how to fix it, you could be on there for days trying to figure it out. And a lot of times all they do is send you a video. Maybe they have a YouTube page and they'll send you a video on what to do, and they may or may not fix it. So yeah, just go through the experiences with it and you'll learn. But I didn't know what I was doing with this machine at all. And now I know everything about this machine. I could take it apart with my eyes closed and put it back together because I've dealt with every part on it. I've replaced almost every part on that thing, you know, and I wasn't even using it as much. The main things you should mostly have to replace is like a print head every year or so, and maybe some print head cables, and you know that would be like the minimum maintenance, and also of course maintain the machine. But one unique thing I like about this machine is if you don't use it for weeks, it automatically turns on. Like this specific machine made me get it because I know a lot of DTF printers, if you don't use it, you know, the print heads can clog. But with this machine, it turns on by itself every 12 hours or so, and it'll just automatically run a print head cleaning. You know, it's not even really a print head cleaning because there's no solution that goes through. I don't know why they call it a print head cleaning. It's really a print flowing. The print head will flow, the ink will flow through the print head into the waste. So that way it's almost like acting like you're doing a print job, so it doesn't dry out that white ink, because that's the main thing that could dry and clog in the print head, which that happens, you know, of course you could take it out and maybe possibly do some solutions, but like it's in order to avoid that type of maintenance, you just have to maintain it by, you know, the machine. Like I said, if you go on vacation for 2 weeks, you don't got to worry about your printer because it'll turn on by itself and do its thing, you know, because these machines, if you're buying a DTF machine, they need to, most of the machines, unless like I know, so there's some newer ones, but most of the time they need to be used, because if you're not using them, even the same I believe for DTG, if you're not using it, then the machine is more risk of clogging the print heads. That's an issue a lot with the Chinese machines, and I know like there's like other machines, like I know Mamaki is one of the ones that you don't have to worry about that. There's probably a couple other ones that I don't know about, but for the most part, most of the machines need to be used. You know, you don't just buy this machine to just sit with with the inks and use it once in a while. Then at that point, you know, you're just wasting your time, because
Not for that price.
yeah, exactly, not for an expensive price. If you're gonna spend $20,000 on a machine, you know, just sit in your garage waiting for you to actually get motivated to get out there and start getting sales or people to buy from you or getting yourself out there, then you're just wasting your time, because it's a grind. With any business, you have to have, there's a grind involved. You know, you got to get, even if you have no machine and you're doing vinyl, I don't care what way you're doing, any of that stuff. You spend $100 on a machine to cut vinyl. You know, a lot of people started out like that. I know my girl, she started out like sort of like that, like with the vinyl cutter, sublimation stuff. And she made her money's worth off of that. That was a very cheap way to do it. But you know, she grinded that out, went to doing vendor events, putting herself out there, being uncomfortable, you know, talking to people, but she got used to it and she was doing okay. And then from that, then it gave me an idea to do like t-shirts. Because she would always tell me, oh, I could do this and you could do t-shirts, but I'm like, I had no idea, you know, where to even start. Like, how do you make t-shirts? You know, because there's screen printing, which is another industry. That's like the main thing that most people retail is using screen printed shirts. That's why they feel the way they do. They get the best feeling with those. But direct to film and has its place too for you know, depending on what people need. Shirts for family, shirts for logos for your brand. Like I send prints to a screen printing company that I know, and you know, when they have small orders, they'll come to me and I'll send it to them, and then they'll use that versus burning a screen for 10 shirts, 20 shirts. They don't want to waste their time doing all that, so they rather just third party and get the transfers instead, because the transfers are good too. You know, they last a long time. You know, if you take care of them, if you take care of your clothes, your shirts, you know, wash them correctly, and for the most part, they don't crack easily, so they last good amount. And if you want the best one, if you want to have a shirt, have the design outlast the shirt, then get an embroidery shirt, because the embroidery will outweigh the shirt will show more wear and tear than the embroidery design. So embroidery's premium too, you know. So it doesn't matter anyway. At the end of the day, no matter what your goals are for your business, get what you can afford within your budget, and get something that you can start out with. So if you don't feel like you have to start out with the best of the best, you know, start somewhere. Just start somewhere, and then see what happens, you know, and put in the work, and you'll see results. I'm still trying to, you know, get the best marketing strategy or whatever if it exists, which, I mean, it costs money to do all that anyway. Everything involves money. Or reach out to your local businesses is my next thing. You know, people around me, pizza places, barber shops, anywhere around me, recreational gyms, schools, everybody needs t-shirts for something. Everybody needs hoodies, everybody needs hats, everybody needs something, stickers, you know. So if you're willing to just go out there, talk to people, and get a chart with all the places that are close to you, start out within 10 miles, and then track, you know, go to every place, mark down, talk to this person, and then from there, just keep going around, and then eventually you'll get hits from people saying, oh, you know what, by the way, I do need some t-shirts, or, you know, I've been paying this much, what did you have to offer? And just give some free samples, or, you know, there's plenty of ways to make it work. So if you're willing to put in the work with any business, you'll see growth. It's all about that mentality. Right, Christian? I know. We bought a screen for the garage door so the bugs don't come in here. I gotta put that up. I've been slacking. But you see, anyway, this is like what I'm doing now. You see, like, this is a print. I gotta cut it soon because it's starting to drag to the floor. But if I had a bigger printer that had everything flowing through, I wouldn't have to cut it and do all that manual stuff. But right now, you know, like I said, I've only been doing this for about almost 2 years, so I'm learning along the way myself. So should you buy something cheap from China? I know I kind of rambled on a little bit, but back to that topic, I don't see why not. You know, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to get a machine and go through the trials and tribulations that they bring you, try a machine from China. You know, you don't always have to listen to other YouTubers or whatever, people telling you, oh, you can't, you know, you got to spend 25 grand, get a loan and buy this machine, you know, because at the end of the day, they're just trying to make a profit off of your commission off of you. But versus like people like me, I'm not making a commission if you buy a printer from whoever you buy it from. I'm just telling you the experiences that I had to go through, and this shit, it can be frustrating at times when the machine's not working properly and you don't know, you know, why it's doing what it's doing, why are these lights blinking, why it's not printing correctly, you know. If you don't have the answers, you got to figure out on your own. You got to take things apart. You got to buy and replace parts that you might not even need to replace. But at the end of the day, take that as a lesson learned. Like, you know, here I am learning something, you know, I'm going to just deal with it, whatever. I got to freaking shell out a couple $100s for some cheap parts to get shipped to me, because the parts are cheap. Nonetheless, you know, a motherboard for $50. Print head is probably the most expensive part of the printer. You know, it's like $200 for a brand new print head for this one. You know, some machines are like $1,000 for a print head. So no matter which machine you choose, even if you get it more expensive means more expensive problems too. Because if you get a good machine, let's say you buy a $25,000 Mimaki machine, eventually you got to change something on that machine, maybe a print head or something, and you got to shell out some money, or you got to buy inks, or you got to buy films, you know, and those things they can be pricey, you know, on anything. You're not just buying the machine, you're also buying a package deal because you have to buy specific inks for that machine. You have to buy specific rolls for it, whatever. And that's not cheap. That's a maintenance cost as well. On top of, you're paying monthly payments of probably $700, $800 for a machine that you're not even making money off of right away. If you want to go that route, you can. And if it's money, you got it like that, then go for it. But like me, I had it like that. I had to start off small, slow, and just like when I'm trading, I can't just throw 10K in a trading account and just start trading and making money. Expect to make money because I have a $10,000 account versus if I put a $1,000 account. Does that 10K mean that I'm gonna make more money because I put $10,000 in an account versus my $1,000 account? The potential is there, yes, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna blow that $10,000. You know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing with that $1,000 account, you're gonna grow it and scale it slowly but surely. Like if you take two people, I don't know if you guys know about trading, like trading stocks or trading anything, but let's say you have a 10K account and a $1,000 account. Let's say that guy doesn't know what he's doing, put 10K, and you say you have a trader who's been trading for years and wants to grow a $1,000 account. He's proven the system. He knows how to work the system. He's consistently profitable. Versus the guy who has $10,000. He's thinking, and they're like have a competition of who can make the most profit. And obviously you would assume like, oh, the guy with the 10K might make more profit because he's already got the 10K account, so he can make more on his trades, less risk. But what's gonna happen is that guy with the 10K account is going to over leverage that account and try to make the biggest trade that he can be, hit a buy button and trying to make like $10,000 in one trade to make that money back. And he might get that. He might, oh, look, day 2, I'm trading, I'm already up 20K. I made $10,000 in profit. And then all of a sudden, the guy with the 1K is just chilling, like, yeah, that's cool. You're winning, cool. That's only day 2. Show me you could do that for a month, for 2-3 months straight. And then, if this is a competition for 5 months, I can guarantee you the guy with the 10K account is gonna go to 20K and then he's gonna blow that account because he don't know what he's doing eventually, because you can't just gamble. If you don't have a proven system, you can make money with anything, is my point. And you can make money doing that, gambling, making on a trading account and make profit, or you just start off slow, steady, to make those small gains. And then once you get to a point where you can scale up, now I'm gonna reinvest my money that I've made into something better, more money into my trading account. Now I can scale from there because now I have a proven system and I went through the process. So now with a machine like this, now that I'm scaling, I'm putting money, reinvesting it back into the business. So now I can buy a bigger machine with the profit that I've made, with the money and the profit I've made with what I've been doing. So it's a win-win for me. And it might even be another Chinese machine, but a better one, a bigger one. It's still gonna save me some money though, because I know how to work these machines though. So it's a little different from my situation, maybe different from yours. And but I'm still deciding which route I want to go, because I don't want to get like something crazy expensive that I'm doing it in my garage kind of thing. Like if I have a spot, once I get to that point, that'll be the next goal. The one goal reached, you reach the next goal. Eventually I'll have my own spot where people can come and order everything. Maybe even offer more service. Maybe even have employees. That's the goal. And then I'm over here just doing other things, focusing on other areas of the business, or focus on other businesses while one business is doing. There's just so many ways to do these things. It just depends on you and your goals. So I know I got a little off topic there, but I just trying to paint the picture that it doesn't matter if you spend $1,000 on a machine or $25,000 on a machine. What, Christian?
Here.
Oh yeah, put that back though. I'm gonna eat that later. Doesn't matter if you spend $1,000 on a machine or $25,000 on a machine. You're gonna have to go through the trials and learn the process and learn how to how market to your customers, how you're gonna get sales, how are people gonna know you have that machine, how are people gonna know your quality of work. That takes time, to build a reputation. So yeah, I love talking about business stuff too, even if it's not even pertaining to DTF. So as you can tell, it's a very passionate thing that I have. Is like that entrepreneur mindset is like doing your own thing is great. working a job is cool too. If you're doing it for you know, obviously you got to pay your bills, using that money to reinvest. But even if you're working a job, make sure you put money away and invest into other things too. Don't just put all your eggs into one basket. And yeah, I think my battery just died on this camera. So yeah, I mean, like I was saying, wherever, it doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you buy, just know what you're getting yourself into, and be ready to hustle and do what you got to do to get that paper and work on them goals, them financial freedom goals, or if it's not even about financial freedom, if it's about just proving that you can run a business kind of thing. So yeah, get after it. You know, I spread positivity around here. I don't tell people not to get, or tell people don't do, you know, unless it's something I really feel like is a scam kind of thing. But is buying a printer from Alibaba a scam? No. It's just a matter of doing your homework and research. Do your research. Maybe look at videos on other people who might have similar machines, and see what they say. Understand the type of issues that these machines have, and you know, try to figure it out. Because at that point, that's a gray area. You know, if there's somebody who knows how to print these, if there's 10 people who have issues with this machine, and you're the only guy in town who could fix it, well, guess what? Now you can fix printers for people, or maintenance them, whatever. You know, in the U.S. for these type of machines. You know, Alibaba needs to hire me to fix their machines, because we could. You know, I'm sure there's other people out there who've experienced fixing these too. But you know, it's like one of those things where you actually become an engineer for this machine when you use it all the time and go through the problems that it gives you. But you learn from it too as well, because next time if it happens, you know what to do. You know, so that's my take on it. I'm gonna get back to these orders that I gotta do. Get these people to ship this stuff out, and gonna keep growing. So yeah, I hope that this video gave you some value and understanding of what it's like to own a printer from like Alibaba, because it's for me, I don't mind going through the challenges that it gave me. So, but if you don't want to go through that, then spend the extra money on a machine out here, and just you know, either way you're gonna learn. No matter what machine you get, if you're willing to grind it out, you're gonna make that money back anyway. But you know, start within reason too. Start at an area where you can afford, and then just see what happens. See what you can do, and keep scaling, and keep growing, and keep making them gains. Like I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lean out a little bit. Lean out and get shredded. That's another one of my goals. So summer's coming. Get to those. Get yourself in shape. Become the new best version of yourself. That's the end of the goal. And at the end of the day, don't matter what you do, just become better. Become the best version of yourself. Doesn't matter if you're work, gym related, anything. A better person. Just become every year, every day. Just become better. That's the message I'm gonna leave you with. So take care. Talk to you later. Peace.